Hepiniz hoş geldiniz. LostHeaven'ın değerli takipçileri. Bugün sizlerle beraber yeni bir seriye başlıyoruz. Reddeadredemption. Bu birinci oyunu PC'ye geldi biliyorsunuz. Bize dedi ki neden oynamayalım. Başlayalım. Umarım size çok fazla ses gelmiyor. Çoktandır hani hatırımda değil gerçekten 2006 hariç ne fazla yani. Rockstar Games. Hadi başlayalım. John Marston. Blackwater. Orayı hatırlıyoruz. Sallamalar kim? Oyun artık başlasam ya. Çok uzaktayız.
I'm grateful, Mrs. Bush, that they are finally bringing civilization to this savage land.
I could not agree with you more, my dear. My daddy settled this land, and I know he'll be looking down on us, pleased at how we help the natives.
Yes, they've lost their land, but they've gained access to heaven.
But Father, do you mean unless an innocent receives communion, they're destined to go to hell? It hardly seems fair.
What I mean to say, Jenny, is that there is a great deal of difference between an innocent and a savage.
I never thought of it that way.
Yes, they lived like animals, but they're happier now.
Not only do people now have motor cars, Father, but I heard that pretty soon we will be able to fly.
No, only angels can fly, Jenny.
No, apparently people can fly. Didn't you hear? Out in Kansas, a man even got a car to fly.
I hardly think so, Jenny.
Apparently, Mr. Johns wants to run for...
Lan geçti hakikaten de anasını satayım. Neyse herhalde trenden indik inşallah. Bir şey kaçırmamışızdır. Sizlerden özür diliyorum gerçekten. Altta geçmek istediğine emmemizin yazısı çıkacak sandım ama çıkmadı. Okey. Hızlı koşmak için okey. Yavaş yavaş olmalı. Kardeş çık da dayanamam. John Marston. Hadi bakalım.
Mr. Marston, over here.
Bu kim lan? Dayı mı lan? Dayı var ya bizim grupta.
You must be John Marston.
Sometimes.
I'm Jake. Your friends from Blackwater hired me to guide you.
They ain't my friends. I'm pleased to meet you, Jake.
I got the horses saddled up and ready out front.
Güzel ramassört yapmışlar bu arada.
Just go down, you will anyway.
Baksana abi. Güzel olmuş vallahi. Çok güzel olmuş. Bir de
Alrighty, Mr. Marston, let's get. I ain't so sure about that.
Red Dead 2'deki sıklık demek bu arada.
Easy on the spurs now. We don't need to draw undue attention.
Mekanikler aynı galiba.
Come on, easy up now.
So it's Fort Mercy you want to visit?
That's right.
Ain't taking nobody up to the fort in a long time. Strange place for a decent fella to want to visit, if you don't mind Miss Van.
Who said I was a decent fella?
It's been abandoned for years now. Folks say it was built during the Mexican War. What kinds of soldiers around back then?
Why'd they leave?
Well, I ain't entirely sure. I heard they had to go up north to fight Indians, or maybe they got tired of being soldiers and went looking for gold. You know how things is.
Saçmalık abi ne ya Allah razı olsun.
So what are you doing up at the fort?
Come on.
Whoa!
Sürekli böyle shift'e bir basmamız lazım.
Are you planning on
Hiçbir bok
spending any
görmedim
time in
hatta.
Armadillo, Mr. Marston?
I doubt it. I ain't planning on staying very long.
Well, if you're fixing for some female company, you could do a lot worse than Armadillo. Fine as cream gravy they are. Not like Thieves Landing. Dang, those girls ain't even fit for a drinking man to hold up with.
I'm a married man, I'm afraid.
Ain't we all?
Dayı da iyi boş ver ya. Bizim oğlanın ismi de Cenk değil mi?
Yeah. So it was the marshal who hired me. Lee Johnson, do you know him?
I think I heard his name.
Says he got a telegram from some Blackwater big bugs asking for a guide. I guess it's none of my business.
That's right.
Aynen öyle.
Yeah.
Güzel başladı. Güzel başladı. Daha önce hiç oynamıştım.
You ain't very talkative, are you?
Nope.
I'm just chewing the dog, mister. It's how I am. I don't mean nothing by it.
Trust me. There's things you better off not knowing.
You don't look much like no Blackwater fella.
That's because I ain't.
If I'm being honest, I don't care much for those highfalutin big city types. Not much at all.
Blackwater ain't much of a city. More of a town with delusions. But no, me neither.
Sohbeti bölmek istemiyorum.
You. I'll tell you, Mr. Marston, those coyotes eat better than I do. Not far now, Mr. Marston. The fort's just over this hill.
Benim C'ye atmaya bakıyor. Aa ben C'ye basıyorum. Aya.
Slow down.
Ulan ben de diyorum ama ne koyayım 2 saattir
Listen,
basıyorum
mister.
C'ye atmayı gösteriyor.
This here is what's left of Fort Mercer. Some gang rode in and took the place over.
So I understand.
This is where we part ways, friend.
Şimdi
You
Hisar'a
have
geldik.
yourself a good time.
Dağılın bir siktir git hadi. Şimdi Hisar'a neden geldik? Ne için geldik?
Bill! Bill, I've come for you!
Bilmeyin. Az siktir lan.
Bill Williamson! Come out here right
Bizim
now!
bildiğimiz Bill galiba. Bizim çetedeki.
Go away now, John. Don't make me kill you.
Nobody needs to kill anyone, Bill.
You must think I was born yesterday. You always did think I was an idiot.
Evet öylesin.
That ain't fair, Bill. You were as my brother. I've come to try to save you.
Oh,
Az siktir.
do I look like I need saving?
Bill, please. They want to kill us all. I can help you.
Well, you never tried to save me before. You only seemed to save yourself.
Bill, I implore you think about this.
You implore me? You implore me. You always were one for fancy words. Oh. Well, things are different now, John. Now I'm in charge! No more Dutch! And no more you. Implores. I implores you to go back and tell them to send someone just a little bit more impressive next time.
Well,
Al siktir.
Oh. Poor John.
Ne oluyor lan? Aklama da bekliyordu anasını satayım. Aynen, çok fena taklaya geldik. Ay hain ya. Oğlum bekleyin lan, hepinizi avlayacağım lan. Bekleyin lan. Yeni dostlar, eski sorunlar. Çok sinematik var. Konuşamıyoruz.
Well, you're alive.
so it would seem.
So, how do you feel?
Sen de kimsin?
I don't know the polite word for it.
I do. Stupid is the word we use around here. What were you doing?
I was doing something stupid.
Well, you'll be okay. Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
Did you want to die? I mean, was that it? Was that why you went straight out to Fort Mercer and picked a fight with the worst bandit in the county? To die, Mr.
Mr. Marston. John Marston.
Bonnie McFarland. Miss Bonnie McFarland.
Well, you may be right, Miss McFarland. I don't know.
So what were you doing?
Trying to give Mr. Williamson a chance. For old time's sake.
You know Bill Williamson?
Knew him. Long time ago.
Well, what was he like?
Dumb.
Just like you.
Thank you, miss. See my hat?
I have. And,
Şapka önemli
what would you
arkadaşlar.
do now?
Now I'm gonna take my time and go after him the less kind way.
Well, that sounds very fun, Mr. Marston. Quite heroic, just like in those penny dreadfuls my brother used to read. Meanwhile, if you'll excuse me, I've got a ranch to run. Of course, if you're feeling better, why not take a ride with me later? Help me patrol the perimeter. You can earn back some of that money we wasted on doctor's bills.
Of course. And thank you for saving my life, I mean.
Next time, Mr. Marston, I strongly recommend you don't try to lose it quite so earnestly.
I'll bear that in mind.
Güzel. Yeni bir dost edindik gibi gözüküyor. Bonnie. Neredesin Bonnie? Dur şu eve bir bakalım ya. Bir şey yok mu şurada? Alınacak veya... Aa buradan da kapısı var. Güzel güzel. Güzel bir kasaba gibi. Trenimiz var. Oğlum mekanikler güzel. Vallahi beğendim yani. Güzel yapmışlar onu.
Mr. Marston, back in the land of the living, I see.
Evet döndük bir
Figured
şekilde.
it's about time I started paying back that $15.
Well, no time to waste. The horses are saddled up over here.
Tamam sakin ol. Çarpma bana. Nerede ahır? Şimdi V'ye basabiliriz. Şimdi gördüm.
There's the form. It's also where we lock up good-for-nothing outlaws, such as yourself.
I'm happy enough with my current quarters right now, Miss
Aynen
McFarland.
öyle. Biz şu anda memnunuz.
I picked out a fine horse for you.
Teşekkür ederim. Siyah severim.
Come on, time for you to see what a real ranch looks like.
Come on.
Oğlum biraz hızlı sür oğlum ya. Oyun çok yavaş akıyor ha. Dakika bir şey bir ya. Acayip bak şu an nasıl yavaş işlediğini görüyor musun?
To your right is the general store. You won't find Parisian high fashion, but it's good for the essentials.
Very convenient. I don't think I've ever seen a ranch with its own store before.
Hakikaten ha bakkal var lan burada. Çok yavaş, vallahi çok yavaş. Bu hoşuma
And
gitti.
here's the corral. This one's for the horses. What do you think?
I'm no expert, but it certainly looks like a fine corral.
I suspect you've stolen more horses than you've broken.
Now, where'd you get such an idea?
First impressions are hard to erase.
Sileriz. İlk izlenimi de sileriz, son izlenimi de sileriz. İlk
Yeah,
neyle sileriz?
that's the train station. Things sure have changed since the line finally got finished, bringing in all sorts of new folk like yourself.
Is that such a bad thing?
Change is only good when it makes things better. Come on, boys. That's the barn over there. Paul built it himself when I was just a little girl. Yeah!
Güzel. Hadi
And here we are, back at the house. Let's stop for a while before we head out on patrol.
You'll get no complaints from me, Miss McFarland.
Oğlum çık da ineyim lan. Eşek gibi
Come
duruyor
on,
burada
this
ya.
is the only chance you're gonna get to rest.
Hadi abi çok yavaş. 2
How
saattir
about a
oyun
cold
anlatıyor.
drink,
Hadi
Mr.
lan.
Marston?
Thank you, ma'am. Getting shot then riding a horse seems to take it out of you. I could use a rest.
Sure. Come on in. I'll show you the house and then you can sit for a while.
Thank you.
Benim dayımın oğluyla senin hala çocukları ücra bir köşede bafileşmiş.
Mr. Marston,
Miss McFarland.
remember me telling you about the trouble we've been having with rustlers and other undesirables?
I do.
Will you help me keep watch on the property line this evening?
Sure.
Yine
I want to see just who
insanlara
is
yardım ediyoruz.
trespassing on our
Klasik John
land.
Marston.
This is a fine weapon.
Come, let's
Sende
head out.
kalabilir.
The country is really beautiful at around this time.
Okey. Hadi biraz çatışalım ya.
Ready, Mr. Marston? Let's mount up and patrol the ranch.
Yürü Marston yürü hadi. Oha. Şu değirmene bak.
Go!
Let's go. Keep your eyes open and try not to get yourself shot again.
Bakalım. Durdurmayız herhalde kendimizi diye düşünüyorum.
Thank you, Mr. Marston. I feel a lot happier someone's along with me.
I feel a lot happier now I got a rifle.
Well, with your trigger itch and my feminine intuition, we should make quite a team.
Olur. Takımda olur. Yalnız ben evdeyim şimdiden söyleyeyim. Ondan sonra hani evde burada yani şimdiden kusura bakmayın söyleyeyim baştan. Oğlum Allah'ıma çok yavaş akıyor
I
oyun
don't
ya.
believe it. Those damn rabbits are back. Give me a hand with them, will you?
Let's go.
Come on then. Time to put that bloodlust of yours to good use. You're better at shooting rabbits than outlaws,
Oğlum
I
niye
see.
hayvanları
Good
katlediyoruz
shot.
lan?
We got one. Nice shooting. That's it. Kill those little varmints. Thank you, Mr. Marston. Marston.
Neden bu
Looks like
hayvanları
we'll be having
katlettik?
rabbit stew tomorrow. Let's get back on the horses and see
Başka
what else
yolları
is
da
going
vardır.
on.
Neyse.
Come on.
We should keep moving. There's still a ways to go. Easy now. If it's
Lan
not the
yürü.
rustlers stealing our cattle, it's the rabbits stealing our crops.
It ain't never easy living off the land like this. Maybe you should move to a
Arkadaki
big
müzik de böyle
city.
çok gelmeye
Become a
başladı.
lady of leisure.
Baksana arkadan vuruyor. Aga. Yani şimdi küfür edeceğim hakikaten ha. Şunu biraz kısalım aga ya.
Look out! Coyotes! Shoot them before they get to the animals!
Yeah!
Hurry! I think they're going straight for the chicken coop.
Neredeler? Oğlum bu at kendi kendine gitmeye başladı.
Come on, boys! Looks like that was the last of the coyotes. Just a shame we had to lose any of the chickens.
Bir tane
Let's
aldık.
go. I'll take you back to
Kaçırın
your
namussuz.
room.
Kutları indirdik de.
You know, you can actually handle a rifle.
It's something I've had a little experience in.
Maybe Bill Williamson did get lucky after all.
Luck didn't really come into it, miss.
You're a useful man to have around the ranch, that's for sure. But don't think I've forgotten what brought you here. We'll do whatever we can to help you.
I sure appreciate that, Miss McFarland.
This is you, Mr. Marston.
Hadi ben artık bir yatayım.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Marston. Makes me kind of happy I saved your life.
Ne demek? Önemli değil.
Get some
Önemli değil.
sleep and I will see you in the morning.
Good night, Miss McFarland.
Görüşürüz. Görüşürüz. Kendinize iyi bakın. Evet. Oyunu kaydetmek için oyunu yatakta uyuyabiliriz. Hadi yat kardeşim. İyi geceler. Hadi yat. Tamam alabilirim. Hadi yat. Lan yatsana. Hadi yat bakalım. Biz budur. Evet. Buradan bıçağımız var, yumruk var. Şimdilik yumruk iyidir. O zaman gençler şurada bir ara verelim. Bir dahaki bölümde görüşürüz umarım. Kendinize iyi bakın. Beğenip abone olmayı unutmayın. Hoşça kalın. Bay bay.